And with me now in the studio is the security expert Olivier Guita. He's the managing director at Global Strat. That is a security and political risk firm. Thanks for coming into the studio, sure. Olivier. Your first thoughts on hearing of the arrests today, 5 arrests, including most significantly, as we've been saying, Mohammed Abrini.
Look, it's a breakthrough, but as your reporter mentioned earlier, it might be linked to the police asking the help of the population with the video from yesterday, because in just 24 hours, they got a lot of input from people that may have seen him if he turns out to be the man with wearing the hat in the airport. What needs to be done is to get from him more information than they were able to get from Abdeslam. Belgian security services have to understand that they have to be on top of him and not interrogate him 1 hour like they did for Abdeslam for 4 days, because there might be some more plots. The whole cell is has not been arrested. We are talking about possibly 30 people that were involved with the Paris and Brussels attack. So that still leaves a lot of other operatives on the run.
Abdeslam, as we know, is going to be extradited to Paris. Of course, the authorities in Paris will also be keen to be questioning Mohammed Abrini. Very
much so. What we have to understand and see is how long it's going to take, because today was announced that the handover of Abdeslam to Paris would be delayed. So hopefully we'll get more of that when it happens with Abrini, that it will be much swifter than that.
What strikes me is that these 5 suspects, all arrested, I think they were all arrested in the Brussels area, certainly all arrested in Belgium, and the fact that they have not actually fled Belgium after the attacks in Brussels on March the 22nd, they've actually chosen to stay in the country, these suspects.
That's a very good point, and that actually means that they feel safe and protected in a way, because they all have fake passports, so they could go to Germany, Austria, you name it. I mean, they could go back to Syria. So it means that there's a network to protect them. And as we've seen, Abdeslam was for 4 months in Belgium and nobody gave him away.
What does the rest of European intelligence make now of the Belgians? There's been a lot of criticism about Belgium intelligence, the way that the police forces, there are so many different police forces operating in Belgium, haven't been coordinated. Has that been a fair criticism, in your opinion?
The problem with the synchronicity between the services within the Brussels police, yes, it's been a fair criticism. You cannot have a city the size of Brussels, which is, a fragment of London, to have 6 different police departments speaking different languages and not talking to each other. I mean, that's incredibly stupid to have this much of a problem when we know how difficult it is to speak from one department to another. This needs to be tackled, and unfortunately, the Prime Minister of Belgium today called for more cooperation, but no domestic reforms.
So cooperation internationally, but not domestically.
Exactly.
Olivier Guita, good to get your analysis. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.